That is what we call metal on metal grinding, and that rotor is screwed. Hey, welcome back to TIG Projects. I think we got ourselves a brake job today. Listen to this. Yeah. So I guess we think it's the front, so we will pop these tires off and see if we can take a peek and see which ones they are. Hoping the front. It looks like it might rain. If you need rain in your area, just schedule for me to come over and work on something there, and I'll be happy to bring you some. As promised, here's the rain. Alright, well, it's good, we need it, but sure. Let's see what we got down there. Oh, are we hitting squeaker? Yeah, I think we're hitting squeaker. See it up there at kind of the top. Yeah. Rotor's still good. Just a little mark. Can't fill that. The squeaker's hitting. Okay, well, I'm going to get out of the rain and continue this in just a minute. Hey, look, that's handy. I think that means it's lunchtime. I could eat. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Got this apart a little bit more. And look at that back one. Can you see that? Let me see. I'll get you a better look. That is what we call metal on metal grinding, and that rotor is screwed. So, looks like we're doing a rotor job today too. Did get the caliper off or whatever. Got those compressed back. I'll show you on the next one. Got to make sure you compress those, or they're a pain in the butt. You got to do it some way. It's easier to do, I think, when it's still partially on, and just put the little pry bar in there and push them back. Anyway, gonna pull this rotor now and go get rotors. Fun. Okay, so here's the first side I saw, and then there is the second one. We've got some fancy new ceramic brakes that if I put on there, it'll be gone before you know it. So I guess I'll get these turned, but I don't know where to do that and if it's even worth it. You know, it's times like these where you just got to get a Pepsi, suck it up, and go buy your new rotor. Dang it, that means I was late. And I don't remember this squeaking, but it must have, a little at least. We burned through the back squeaker on that back pad, and then into everything. I should have known when Jen said it was grindy. Oh! I should have known when Jen said it was grindy. Grindy's never a good thing. I was just hoping it was the squeaker somehow grinding, but it wasn't. If you don't have a regular parts store, I got one for you. These guys, the lady pointed out that there's a combo deal if you get rotors and brakes, so we returned the brakes, bought them both together, saved me like $50, and here I am. And that is not the first time they've done that here, so good job, O'Reilly. Alright, we're back home, a little cleaned up. Look at that difference. Alright, there goes Higgy in his 1994 Silverado 2500. We're back home and my new rotors. They're way better. Really glad I actually went with new ones versus turning. But I did find out that O'Reilly's will turn them, so I got me a turn-in place if I need. Anyway, I got this cleaned up. I'll get this back on, torqued right, and then on that other side I'll show you how I like to do these caliper pistons. It's probably not the right way, but it works pretty good. So anyway, we'll be back in a minute. Okay, remember how I told you I was going to get these little caliper pistons back? Didn't get them far enough. That is always, and I don't have all the right tools to always fix that, so I'm going to try with these Johns. I haven't even used them yet, but bought them a while ago thinking I might need some, and I think I need some. So I'm going to try working that in, because it's not quite big enough to get on. It's so close, but it's not there. Okay, I think I got this. I think if we just go in, twisty, then go in a little more. Oh yeah, there we go. This is gonna get it. Twisty. And I did empty out some of the brake fluid because it was already close to overflowing. Okay, wonder if that's enough. I think that's enough. That seems like it's all the way, honestly. I can't believe I actually finally used that tool. I wasn't even sure what I bought it for. That big old weird vice grip doodabber. Alright. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There we go. Maybe. Oh, come on. Get on there. There we go. Gotta move that thingy. Okay. Alright, now that the Loctite's dried on these, throw just a little bit more on. And I ought to move it down where it might actually get contact. 3, 2, 1. Contact. Oh man, I'm never gonna sing that again. Okay, come on, get in there. Get in there. Oh, I think we're there. Let's find that other one. Where'd she go? Uh-oh. Not optimal scenario B has occurred. Well, where's that other bolt? Oh, was it? No. Okay, well, I gotta find a bolt. I don't know what happened to it. Found it! Where was it? It was way back there under an impact. I looked up the foot-pounds through AI on the AI overlordage. It said these were like 148 or something, and I couldn't even get it that tight. Maybe I just didn't have the right leverage, or just a giant power wuss. Probably the power wuss thing. Okay, let's get this going. Get my big old noggin out of your way there. Yeah, there's no way this is 148. If it is, well, it was 148 on the other ones, the caliper onto the mounting bracket or whatever. Alright, so this is what we're looking like. Just going to get these torqued, and then we'll give these things a whirl. Well, no we won't. We'll put the other set on, and then we'll give them a whirl. Alright, well, for some reason, I hate this part the most, and that's moving my mess. I guess if I didn't make a mess, I wouldn't have a mess to move, but moving my mess over to here. So let's get down and I'll show you. We'll get going on this guy. Okay, here's how I get those caliper pistons back. I kind of leave this on most of the way, just start prying it a little bit like this, and once I got it a little bit over, I can stick it right in between. I don't know if you can see that, right in between the rotor and the caliper piston, and then you got a ton of leverage right there. And I got that one back, and I'll reach down and see if I can get any on that second. And if that doesn't get it all the way, it probably won't. I'm gonna have to use my fancy little vice grip again. Okay, so you can see how that just pops on right there. Take the other side, pop it into place, and it's got a little guide, so you got to get it in that little slot. And you just pop it on. Those are in. Then we'll get a little bit of our grease and stick it in here. I don't have very much of this stuff, so I gotta conserve. I think I'm gonna dedicate a finger to greasing. Alright, got some grease in that one. Some grease in that one. Did I get it? No, I didn't get this side. Grease in this one. That's just where the brake pad slides back and forth. You do want to be careful not to get grease on the face of the pad. And just like that.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Now I'm going to take off my grease finger glove so we can get these on right. So that, let's see, that's the rear. So
Y-T-E go.
these guys are funny. Dude, go in there. I gotta figure out how I got this right. Why am I going upside down? What a dork. Wondering why that wasn't fitting right. Guess what? If it doesn't fit right, probably not right. Okay, so that's the inner one. Inside of here, inner. So it'll go like, let's see, how does it go? Oh yeah, it goes like this. Yeah, that's why I was so backwards in the brain. I'll grab this last one. Yeah. Try not to touch anything. That in there. And there. And then I'm gonna have to get the old. Oh, I still got to do the rotor, but this is ready. So we'll get that rotor going. Oh, man, I just keep getting everything dirty, so right off. Where are you? There you are. All right, here we go. Okay. All righty. I think this goes just like. So, can we get a little blue, Loctite, and juice this? Boop. Juiced. Get that started. There we go. Cool, I broke my bit off in it. Well, it's tight. It's tight. I guess that wasn't an impact bit. Happens. But I got it tight. I feel good about that. Okay. Now the question is, did I get that wide enough? I think I'm just not going to even mess with it. And we're just going to close it all the way, just in case. Because I don't want to put it all together and then have to redo it. Alright, I'm about there. So, just twist or two and then squeeze. I think we're just going to do one twist this time. Because that was pretty hard. Oh. We're leaking brake fluid. I pulled some out, but not enough. Oh well. Boop. We'll go one more. I think we're there, but just for safe measure. Okay. Whoa, don't leak on my impact brake fluid. That's great. I really should have pulled out some more. Man, I pulled out like quite a bit. But not enough. Apparently. Actually, before we do all that, let's just get our Loctite all Loctited up. You can see they were done previously. We'll goober some on there. So we don't. Oh man. Okay, I got that. Beep beep. And this one, these other ones were like 70 something. 78, I think. Click. Click. All right. I think I really am there. So let's clean up a little bit. Get our Loctite. Man, I don't know what the deal. I just can't keep my hands clean. I try and wear the gloves, and then I get grease on them and don't want to wear them, and I just end up washing my hands like 17 times. All right. Oh, you guys are a little tipsy there. All right. I think we've got it all. Let's get the tire going. And that's clean looking rotor. These ceramic ones aren't supposed to have all this freaking brake dust. Man, these ones have been terrible. But these ceramic ones are supposed to be better that way, supposedly. So we will see. Tires always make me feel like a giant wuss. Shut up. Well, they feel pretty tight enough and not ruined, so well, one more hand cleaning. Oh, you can't see anything. One more hand cleaning and we'll give this thing a test drive. And actually I better check brake fluid too, make sure it's not suck out a little if I need to. Alright, before the test drive I just wanted to, I pumped the brake a few times, got it out, make sure we're good on fluid level, which we're dead on. We're on a little bit of an angle, so it doesn't quite count. We seem to be good to go. And I had brake, so let's go see if I crash in a ditch or not. Okay, here we go. I mean, it sunk to the floor the first time, but then it... Oh! Oops. There's a problem. That's the problem. Ugh. That's not gonna work. Let's try that again. All right, buckle up for safeties, because the odds of a crash right now are probably way higher than normal. I think we're fine though. Okay, I got brakes. All right, let's go ahead and leave the neighborhood. Living on the edge. Crazy man Higginson. Oh yeah, we got some breakage. I mean, they need to break in, make sure they go flat and go get up against the rotors with all the contact. But they say they kind of break in the first 100 miles or so, from what I understand. So let's just test a random stop. Whoa! Yeah, man, I didn't even hit hard. Okay, I'm gonna hit it hard. Right before this stop sign, these people are gonna think I'm crazy. And maybe they're right. Okay, hit hard. Whoa! Okay. Oh shoot, there was a car behind me. Oh gosh, they need to pay attention. They're probably like freaking out. Anyway, that was stupid. Be aware of your surroundings when you do stupid crap. There's the Payson High School. It's going away. Just about ready to knock it down. So trying to get a little bit of video of that. Okay, I think we're solid. I'll just keep driving this for a minute and make sure we're good to turn this over to Jen. Almost forgot the test. Let's roll down the windows. I'll apply brakes and see if we get any squeak. We are silent. Man, all the hills of Payson, that's a good place to test brakes. Yeah, I mean, the sound would be echoing off those houses quite bad if they were squeaking like before. Sweet. Well, like I say, I spent This turned from a $61 job into a $250 job. But thanks to O'Reilly, they knocked $50 or so off of that. But anyway, it always makes me feel good to save myself some money. I'm not sure what this would have cost had I just popped it into the mechanic and said fix it, but I'm guessing at least double what I did, 500 something, maybe more. It's possible if you want to do it and take the time to figure it out. If I can do it, you can do it. Anyway, thanks for joining me on this episode, and we'll talk to you next time.